How can you eat all you want, never be hungry, and lose weight? It turns out that eating all you want is the only way to lose weight and keep it off permanently. The secret is eating the right things. If you haven't done so already, you need to go to www.u-turn.us and watch the introductory video where these principles are explained. We're just going to talk about how to do the diet here. I'm a fan of Broadway musicals, and I always loved the song Bloody Mary sang to the young lovers in South Pacific. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you going to make a dream come true? The best way to succeed is to find a dream that U-Turn can help you realize. It could be maintaining your health and vigor so you can be there for the grandkids and great-grandkids. Maybe you need to get off your expensive medicines or avoid having to take insulin injections. Whatever your dream is, I would love to help it come true. The U-Turn diet is very much like the Atkins diet, but there are a few differences. U-Turn emphasizes the consumption of fatty meat, which is what I believe humans evolved to do. U-Turn also recommends that when you eat until you're full, which naturally results in eating less often than recommended on the Atkins diet. I was on the Atkins diet for over a year and had success, but it wasn't till I discovered the U-Turn principles that I was able to reach my ideal weight and stay there. Here are the main principles of the U-Turn approach. First, every meal should have some type of a fatty meat, cheese, or eggs as the main course. If the meat is lean, fat should be added to it. I recommend butter, mayonnaise, cheese sauce, frying in bacon fat, or another oil. When you eat until you are full. If you are not hungry at a normal mealtime, skip it. Avoid eating for 2 hours before going to bed if possible. Never count or even think about how many calories you are eating. Eating salt to taste is almost never a problem, even if you have high blood pressure. It may be a problem for some people with heart failure or a rare inherited condition, so you should check with your doctor first. And finally, don't get on the scale every day to check your progress. A person's weight can vary by up to 5 pounds up or down every day due to fluid and hormonal shifts, giving you bad information. The U-Turn rule is never weigh yourself more often than once a month, except at the doctor's office. Gauge your progress by how your clothes are fitting and how you feel. That's good information. As I discussed in the introductory video, sugar and wheat addictions are often the main obstacles to following the U-Turn diet. That's why I recommend the carnivore option for people who have this problem, as I did. It is the simplest way to do the U-Turn diet because if you include vegetables, you will have to learn to count carbohydrate grams and keep track of them. And you will be tempted to overeat plant foods allowed, but at the high end of the carb count spectrum, like squash, nuts, and avocados, potentially slowing your progress. With the carnivore diet, you eat only meat, which includes any kind of seafood, hard cheese, eggs, and butter. It's okay to put spices like peppers, garlic, and onions on your meat, eggs, and cheese. Beverages on the carnivore option are limited to water, coffee, and tea, which have to be unsweetened if you feel you have a sweets addiction. That's the whole diet. You may see this diet referred to online as the zero-carb diet. I have been following it for almost 6 years now with no problems. If you decide to include plants in your diet, the first thing you will need is a way to find out how many carbs are in the foods you are eating. Sometimes the foods will come with a label telling you how many carbs are in the food. If not, you will either need to buy a book and carry it with you or download a carb counter app on your smartphone. The free app I recommend is Carb Manager Keto Diet app, which is available for free from either Android or iPhone. You will have to decide if you are going to use total or net carbs. Total carbs are easy to calculate. It's just the number of carbs in the amount of food you are eating. To find net carbs, you will need to subtract the grams of fiber from the total number of carbs contained in the food. People do this because some, but not all of the fiber passes out without being digested, so you don't receive the carbs from them. As there is no way to calculate how much undigested fiber there will be, I recommend just using total carbs. I also recommend starting out with a limit of no more than 50 total carbs per day, then adjusting it based on your weight loss and lab work. Whatever you choose, you should be consistent. If you reach your 50 carb limit, it is okay to keep eating, but the food should contain minimal to no carbs. Here is a list of free foods: all meats, eggs, cold cuts, hard cheeses, butter on anything, seafood of all kinds, deviled eggs, pork rinds, dill pickles, and cheese dips made with butter, cheese, and spices. Get as much support from your friends and relatives as you can. Tell them that you have to do this for your health. Refer them to the uturn.us website where they can ask questions about the diet if they like. Attend follow-up meetings here at Grayson County Health Center. Go on YouTube and the internet to find delicious low-carb recipes. I hope the diet works for you as well as it did for me. Feel free to ask questions on the U-Turn website and receive answers, hopefully within a day or two. If your provider has questions about the diet, tell them I am always glad to speak to other healthcare professionals. Just have them call the clinic and ask for me. Good luck.